Hey guys, Mike here, MF Custom Garage. I'm just going to do a real quick intro to this video that we're doing. This next video is going to be a two-part video, and it's on painting the Mustang hood and trunk. I think if we do it as one, it just gets a little long. I want the videos about 15 to 20 minutes. Even that, I find sometimes it's a little long. So anyway, guys, it's in two parts. The first part, I'm just going to quickly go over with you. It's a little bit of epoxy priming we had to do, a little bit of prep work, cleaning everything up and getting it ready for paint. In the second part, we go over technical data sheet and a couple things on the paint, and then we base them and we clear them. So it's pretty straightforward, but it's in two parts. So anyway, like, share, subscribe, do the thing, guys, and this is Mike out, and I hope you enjoy the video. Okay guys, we got a little bit of DPD50 LV in here. We're just going to spot that in. First coat, guys, we'll let that dry for a few minutes, and then we'll put another coat on it. Okay guys, we're in here. We got these ready to go. We're going to do a little bit more. We'll tape some stuff today. We'll show you a little bit of cleaning with them. But yesterday, this back corner here we had a spot, if you remember, it was about this long, about this wide, that we had to repair. So we did the repair on it before we brought it in here, but as you can see, yesterday we epoxy primed it, and now we're just going to sand it out, and it's ready to go. And I have some footage for you guys on that too, with the epoxy priming. So, all right, we're going to... Hey guys, it's me again. I'm just going to show you how this turned out after we put some epoxy primer on it. I think that would be good once, but I was just going to quickly show you and what we got here. So I've got a DA here, actually my finished DA. I've got some 320 paper, some 500, and I've also got this interference pad, and I'll tell you the idea behind the interference pad. Try to keep this as straight as possible. It's already been blocked and everything. We use the hard pad to keep it as straight as we can. Then what'll happen with the 320, and then what'll happen when I go to the 500, I'll put that interference pad on there, and that way it just kind of leaves it the way it's going to be. I haven't grabbed a piece of Scotch-Brite yet, but I will in the end, and then we'll quick. Alright guys, we've got the good camera set up outside the booth here where I'm mixing and stuff. We've got the GoPro set up inside, so we'll take you along with us for this little journey today. We got our paint here. We're going to give it a shake on my shaker. Then we're going to mix up some base coat, and we'll lay some base coat down. Then we'll clear these panels, and we'll see where we end up with them. And hopefully everything turns out really good, and we'll go from there. So this video will be a little bit maybe of a time lapse, but I'll come out here and talk to you every once in a while about what we got going on. So anyway, that's what's going on today. And like when I was talking a few minutes ago, we're going to try this microfiber thing that we're talking about with our final way. So what I did was I bought some of these microfibers, and not the highest quality ones, like the ones I use for polishing and stuff. But anyway, they're not the the worst ones either. So unfortunately, we got two there, guys. But anyway, we'll use that one. I'm not too worried about it. Shove this one back in the bag and put it back in the cabinet so that it stays clean. Now I do have some other microfibers in here that I use for polishing, and they're quite a bit thicker. Honestly, when it comes to microfibers, I don't buy these from a supplier. These ones are like Princess Auto Grip ones. I just tore the tag off. That's another little trick I'll teach all you guys when you're polishing and stuff. Tear that tag off. That tag can wipe out a $10,000, $20,000 finish. Or I even heard, I think it was Chip Booth say, that tag can wipe out a $60,000 finish in seconds. So anyway, pull that tag off, and then like I said, we're going to use this to do our final wash and wipe and see how it works. And this is the first time I've ever done this. So, all right, with microfibers. So we'll put this in the booth, and then we're going to come out here and we're going to mix some paint. I've got to go and get Shopline JBX technical data sheets because I'm not sure what the mix ratio is on this. I'm hoping it's 1-to-1. So anyway, we'll look at that real quick, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, and I'm back, and because we got the slightest little bit overspray on all this stuff yesterday, I've got a really worn piece of just red Scotch-Brite, and unfortunately, we just don't want that on there, so we're just very, very lightly running over it with the Scotch-Brite. I'm getting the back edge here. I noticed there's a little bit on the back edge. But we're going very, 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 very lightly over it. Just to pick that up. Yeah, this shouldn't hurt anything. Steel out on our first coat of base. So, I noticed this has got a little bit too, but I think we'll just shoot some. So, yesterday I showed everybody. Well, actually, I guess I didn't because we lost that footage. So, I'm just going to blow everything down real quick. And I'm going to take this tack rag, this old worn tack rag. We're just going to run over this. in one more time. And then we're gonna do a couple wipes on all this stuff. So we're gonna take, and I was saying yesterday, I like to use Scott towels on the rolls because they're nice and clean. The nice thing is the rolls are sealed. But on this car, we're going to do something different. It's going to be the first time we're going to do it. So there's a bunch of guys on the internet I've been watching, and on their final wipe, their absolute final wipe, they have been using microfibers, brand new microfibers. And it seems like they've been having really good results. And actually they're where I've seen it, they're a fairly high-end shop that does some fairly good work. So we're going to try that. Now, this is just my first initial clean. And I did one of these before too, guys. And I'm using glass cleaner. And I always have, and a lot of guys will use some water-based cleaners. And they'll use also a solvent-based cleaner. And for my, what I'm going to call water-based cleaner, and it's not really, but because we're shooting solvent still, I tend to like to use glass cleaner. And I've had very good luck with that. So, that's just my preference, I guess, at this moment, is glass cleaner. Okay, and now I'm going to do it again. I'm just going to go grab the final wipe. And I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to do it's just a Scott towel. But on my very, very final one, before I go to paint, we're going to try it with the microfiber and see how it goes. So, another thing, guys, I talked about it before, we're switching paint, because I think probably a lot of you guys are like, well, why didn't you just paint Barney? You already had it in there kind of set up. And I did, but unfortunately, the shop line product from PPG, we haven't shot it yet. So I figured this was the best way in order to go about this, was to shoot it on here, see if everything turns out good. I'm fairly certain we have a really good match on the Mustang. I spent a lot of time actually, and I'm going to thank Lordco in Calgary, the South Store, for letting me do that, and we were able to come up with what was a really, really good match, I think. So I'm not too worried about that, and I've sprayed it out once already. But a spray out card is nothing like doing an actual project. So anyway, just give me a minute. We're going to grab some final wipe, and we'll give these a quick final wipe. Okay guys, we've got some final wipe here in a pump bottle. It's the same stuff I've been using for years. It's not PPG. I just grabbed stuff. It's Proform Final Wipe, and that's what I've been using for a lot of years, and that's what I'll continue to use. Now a lot of guys will be like, oh, you can wet this down like this, and you'll be able to see what your final product's going to look like. And to a point, yes, I agree, you can. That should give us an idea of what it'll look like. Now, there's a lot of other guys on the internet, they're going to tell you how to wipe this. always continuously going one way. You know, don't put your contaminants back into your... Listen to them all, guys. They probably know better than I do, because I've been going back and forth and doing all kinds of weird crap for years. I'm not going to say I haven't got away with it, but we are going to wipe these again, so maybe on my last one, you'll find I'll try and keep it one way a little more. Now, we're giving these a pretty good dose, and we're really making sure that we got them cleaned up, because unfortunately, like all parts in my shop, they wind up sitting around too long, and who knows what the cats do to them, who knows what happens some days. But ultimately, these will turn out more than good enough for me, and probably anywhere where this car is going to be shown, and that includes this car may end up in the World of Wheels one day. So like I said, guys, don't think everything has to be of the highest quality. You can have some pretty nice stuff and still not be afraid to drive it. I think I said it once before in one of my videos. I really think we've got to get away from that age-old adage that I think all cars should be, because if we don't get to drive them, get to do all kinds of stuff with them, because if we don't, what's going to happen, guys? The hobby's going to die. And then the 100-point plus, the almost 100-point show cars won't matter either. So. And as you can tell, this rag is getting saturated. That's why it's not picking up as good as it should. So. Anyway, guys, I think we're in pretty good shape with that. And we're going to leave the final wipe in here. And we'll do one more final wipe before we paint it. We'll get this all ready to go, and you guys will be able to see us do a little bit of painting. Anyway,